Hello again. After a long wait, I finally got from my friends at Banggood the WLTOYS V977 bind and fly version. As you can see, the box is really small. It has only the Heli inside. The color versions available with red canopy, green and blue. So this is all pretty simple, small box, and here it is inside. Let's take it out. So this is the Heli. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, we don't need the box anymore. So it's got a blade holder. Okay, so here it is, the PowerStar X1. Of course, I would say this is the best of the WLTOYS micro Heli line because it has a built-in brushless motor. As you can see here, it seems to be a regular receiver with a brush to brushless conversion, which is here underneath. I have a similar product fitted on my Genius CP version 2, but due to vibrations of the motor, the gyro doesn't perform so well. I see this one has a really nice foam here to soften the vibrations. Okay, the Heli looks, how can I say, normal in size. Yeah, the blades are pretty much standard, but I can notice that the tail is very long. I will put a size comparison against other 100 class Helis. One thing I already don't like is that these linkages to the blade grips are fixed, so it means you cannot adjust it, so you'll never have a perfect alignment, perfect zero pitch here, unlike other Helis. So okay, let me put the canopy back on. Okay. Let's see the weight of this micro. You can see the scale here. Okay, 0.0. Let's see where the scale stops. 47.5 grams. This is how much you have. Anyway, I want to thank again my friends at Banggood. They were kind enough to send together with this sample for batteries. So just out of curiosity, let's see how much the battery weighs. 11.8, and this gives us a total ready to fly weight of 59.2. Okay, so this is how much the little Heli weighs. Okay, I will not have a test flight here, but just to let you know, if you want to go for this bind and fly version, you're gonna need a lot of time and gonna have maybe a lot of headaches like I did. And you're gonna need an Honor F module, which I will link below, to use it on a Devo compatible radio. So basically this one will fly with the deviation firmware. It's called the night fly. So nightly build, sorry. And it's basically a non-official released version of the deviation firmware. And you can have issues with it, meaning stability. As you can see, it's deviation. Okay, and here it is. So, as you can see, yeah, it's working. Okay. The test flight will be done at a later time outside, not here now. Just wanted to let you know it works. So I had a lot of headaches, a lot of posting on forums, so some guys really helped a lot providing info. It's not easy, yeah? So for the price difference, maybe now I would consider the ready-to-fly version, but okay. I already have my Devo and I said, okay, let me try and use it. Since I have it, you have more options to choose from. Okay, now just let me show you in comparison my WLTOYS V977, which I think is the grandfather of this one. I think it is the heli that started to mean success for the WLTOYS company. As you can see, it's the 4-channel fixed pitch heli, but I think it's sold a lot. They sold a lot of units of this one. I think, and I strongly suggest for all the guys trying to learn now, flying to whatever 6-channel, 4-channel. It's good. I practiced a lot on the orientation. It took a lot of beating. As you can see, the canopy is all scratched and it still flies. So for size comparison, you can see the tail, it's much longer. And now let me show you my Valkyra Genius CP version 2. So here it is. As you can see, of course, the tail, let me just align it here. Let's say the nose. As you can see, the tail is much longer. Of course, it must cope with more force due to the brushless motor, so it makes sense to be longer. Also the pitch, it's also important on the tail. One of the good things about this one is that, as you can see, these linkages are adjustable. So it means you can have a really good adjustment of each blade, having really good tracking. When on this one, as you can see, the linkages are plastic, so you cannot adjust anything. This one has it, but of course this one was like $120 or something. I have it for quite some time, and this one it's, I think, $65 or something, the bind and fly version. Okay, now since I promised, I just want to have a size comparison with the next class of helis, which is the 250 class. I will just put it next to my Valkyra Master CP. As you can see, it's quite big. It actually doesn't fit in the frame. Maybe if I put it like this, you can have an overview about the size of a 250 compared to the size of a 100. Yeah. Sorry for the dust, but it's been sitting unused now due to the weather. So quite a big size difference. Again, this is a 250 class heli. It's the Valkyra Master CP. Good heli for beginners, 6-channel, strongly recommended. It's quite stable, quite easy to fly. Now let's go further on. Let's go further on and see the next class. Next normal class is the 450 class. As you can see, the difference, it's quite big, so it doesn't really make any sense to compare it. Just for the sake of the comparison, I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, this is basically a 450 flybarless. As you can see, yeah, the blades together are the size of the canopy. Yeah, it's quite a difference. Okay, when you get to fly in a good and safe manner the 250, you can progress to 450. It's more stable. It flies better in wind. Some guys went straight to 450 or even 500 or 600 class directly, no issue. It depends on how much time you have on the sim and how much guts you have. And now to make this comparison even more interesting, let's say, let me put on the table my 500 class heli, which is, it's huge compared to the tiny V977. As you can see, yeah, it's completely about the size of the canopy. As you can see here, This is my VCTRC 500 flybarless heli. As you can see, it's quite big. It's also impressive to fly, so for the first time when you fly it, it's quite a feeling, yeah, to be honest. Okay, so you've seen the comparison, you've seen how 100 size class compares to other classes. What I can say about this heli is the price is really good and makes it affordable. I pulled the motor up a few times. I can say it's really noisy, and I can say it's also quite a beast. The RPM is quite high, so you must be really careful. Now, personally, I would not try to pull any 3D stunts inside the house because it's it's reacting quite fast to the sticks. Maybe I need some time to adjust. Again, since this is the bind and fly, you have nothing that comes in the box. I would strongly suggest the kit from Banggood with a set of batteries. I think there are 5 in the set. Also, I would suggest some spare props, blades, and as a spare also the linkages and maybe the swash plate, because of the high RPM this thing revs. If you hit anything, you will have big issues. Also, maybe it could be a good idea. I've seen some heat sink for the tail motor, but I didn't fly this micro heli too much, so I cannot say if it heats up very fast or not. So this was the unboxing, short review and size comparison. It will be followed by a flight test to see how it really performs. And stay tuned and we'll see us next time. Yeah? Okay, thanks, bye bye.